Why, yes, I am a magic user. What's this you've got for sale here? I think I've seen one of these before. Is that a bag of holding? Do you mind if I take a closer look? Wait a minute. There's something in here. Someone's left something in here. I think this looks like... Yeah, this is what happened last time on the Incorrigible party.
You can picture just Shaft, just like arms not quite fully wrapped around Gozer's middle as he's trying not to fall off this horse.
And Falzarin like lays a hand on me and I like smack him. I'm like, don't touch me.
You come across and you can see as you crest a bit of this incline, come to the top of it, that in the distance, about a mile away, you see two like humanoid figures kind of in the river.
Hey, hold on a second. Let's not go down there. There's no reason to let them see us. Let's see if we can sort of go around the other way here.
Gozer, I thought you said only orcs lived up here.
I don't know who in these mountains.
They don't look like orcs.
They're not.
No, it's not. It's solid. It's like a
wood.
solid wood plank. You can't see past this gate
Hey Gozer.
from the ground.
Gozer, I have a crowbar.
I could throw him.
Well, we got more than that as a problem. I imagine whatever's in there, whatever guy's in there, is going to come and let those dogs out. So
Who let the dogs out?
I don't know yet. I haven't met him.
You can hear the second bar is being lifted from the other side of this gate. Great Club drops to the floor and his body just thuds to the ground. And behind you in this cavern, these dog things are just going crazy as they smell you. They smell the blood. They're just howling and barking and yipping.
Now, you say you want 500 gold pieces for this bag of holding? That seems a little steep. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to pass on this deal and get back to the adventure. Maybe next time I come by, you'll have a sale on.
Gozer, you
Yes.
just hit level 4
I
somehow
did.
before everybody else.
Because Gozer's awesome.
Yeah, she definitely kills the most things, I think. So. So what do you get at level 4?
At level 4, I took a feat.
Okay.
And I took the feat Sentinel. I figured since I am the tank of the party, I would go full tank. So what Sentinel means is anytime I hit a creature with an opportunity attack, their speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. It also means that if a creature within 5 feet of me provokes an opportunity attack, even if they take the disengage, I still get that opportunity attack.
Oh, that's good.
And if a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack on someone else, someone besides me, as a reaction, I get to take a melee attack against them.
Okay. That's a cool feat.
Yeah, so...
So at 4th level for the adventures at home, 4th level is kind of meh, I guess. I mean, I find a lot of the feats are they're just very specific, and it's oftentimes I never end up taking a feat because like I don't really think anyone meshes with my character. But at 4th level, everyone gets an ability score improvement. You can either choose one score to improve by 2 points or 2 scores to improve by 1 each. Alternatively, you could choose a feat, which Gozer has decided to do. Okay, so let's jump right back in. So, Shaft, are you going to retrieve your lantern?
Absolutely, it's my number one priority. I plan on. I'm outside of the cave right now, so I'm going to run full sprint in to get my lantern. The door's open, right?
The door is open. The dogs. The dog-like creatures inside, they're going crazy still. They're howling, they're yipping, they're yapping as you enter.
But they're caged.
They are in these cages. So that, like they're more like horse stalls. They're kind of made out of wood, and on the front of them they kind of have like wooden slatted like gates, so you can see in between the slats. And you can see your lantern, your bullseye lantern, still lit, like 100 feet or so into this cave.
So looking at our map, there is it in the middle of all those cages?
Yeah, it's about right there, right at the end where the 8 cages stop.
Okay. All right. So like I said, I can see it lit there, and since I've learned the magical properties of the bullseye lantern and how much better it is than I thought it was previous to lighting it, I know it's an extremely important thing for me. So I'm going to run full sprint, which is a good 50 feet in from where I'm at.
Okay.
So.
Is anybody going with him?
I'm going to attempt to trip him as he runs past me.
Okay, make a sleight of foot check.
Sleight of foot check.
Oh, I rolled a 19 plus 3 is 21. 22.
Oh boy.
Don't I get a dex?
Yeah, you better make a dex save there.
All right. Well, that would be a 13.
Don't taunt me.
That's a fail, as Gozer sticks her big half-worked foot out, and you kind of fall prone.
All right, so move me to where you want me to be there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
You guys
I'm
are
right in front
always
of Gozer.
at each other.
So I'm right there then.
Yeah, so you're... Okay. And Falzern, are you kind of moving up there with
Yeah,
as well?
I'll make my way up to the rest of the parties.
Okay, so you guys are all kind of at this gate opening. There's, the body of the ogre that you handily slayed last session. And again, these dogs are still going crazy.
Anyone want to feed the ogre to the dogs?
I want to see what's on the ogre. Is there anything of value at all on him?
No, he just had his like wooden club and kind of dressed in skins, like similar actually to how you're dressed.
But he had that necklace of bones, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on my neck. And when you do, you guys are all going to see that I have something on my neck already, and it's a orc tooth fang hanging there, and I just kind of tuck it back
like
into my furs.
A tusk. An orc
tusk, yeah. That's what I meant.
Oh. We've never noticed this before.
No, because it's like hidden among the furs. It's kind of just
But it popped out
there.
when you put this other necklace on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys moving into this cave?
Well, I'm going to say, what the hell? What? Why did you trip me?
You taunted me. Don't taunt me.
Hey, I'm just going to get my lantern.
Go.
Let's go.
So as you move in, and again, the dogs, as you get closer, now they can actually kind of see you now instead of just like smell you and kind of hear you as you kind of. I imagine you're not getting very close to either of the gates of these pens, and these dogs, as they come into view. I mean, for those of you with dark vision, Shaft, they're still a little kind of shrouded in mostly shadow for you, so they're difficult for you to make out. But the rest of you see these are like large creatures, like they're like 6 feet long and large for D&D size. They're almost as big as the ogre. Like if the ogre got on all fours.
Jeez.
Can you describe what the cages look like? Are these cages pretty secure? It doesn't look like they're going to be able to jump out of them.
Why don't you make a perception check on the gates?
I'm telling you guys, we could feed him a snack.
Do it.
That is a 14.
You see they're definitely not as sturdy as the front gate that you guys tried to open and had the ogre opened right at the entrance of the cave there. But the pens are also barred, and they're more the doors are more slatted, right? So that's what allowing you to look in. But you also, despite how high the ceiling of this cavern extends up, like past your guys' dark vision, you can't quite see the roof of it. But you even see like the pens are like roofed, like they're capped. So there's nowhere for them to even jump out of it.
Okay.
So Bryn, you want to feed them?
I was just looking at my list of items and was like, I'd have to use my rapier and just give him a few fingers, I guess.
Lop off a hand and throw it in there.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
well, don't think about it. Do it.
All right. Well, nobody was answering me earlier.
You don't need our permission.
Wait a second. Don't do it.
Oh, right. You're right.
Balzarin shakes his head and averts his eyes.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna cut off, like, a couple ears, his hands, his toes.
These things are gigantic. Give him a whole arm.
Well,
Well, that's also an ogre ear and fingers. They're pretty big, too.
yeah, all I have is a rapier. Would that cut through an arm? Like a whole arm? I don't want to be sawing for, like, an hour.
Gozer could take her axe to it, but...
Oh, right, but she won't because she's Gozer. So... I throw a hand to one, a hand to another, a foot to one, a foot to another.
Well, okay, hold on a sec. So you move up to this first one here?
Oh, gosh.
The first one on your right?
Are
you moving up to the...
I'll
you're
move
moving
up to
the
the
gate?
closest one. Yeah, sure.
So, and as you move closer to it, you can see that it actually looks like it's a little bigger than even the other ones. Kind of almost as if it's like an alpha of this these 4 huge dogs. And like its face looks almost humanoid, like its face has no fur on it. And they're kind of like this. Well, for your dark vision, they're just kind of grayed out, right? But it makes this sharp noise that you can all kind of tell that seems a little different than just kind of yips and barking. And as it makes this noise, the other 3 just kind of quiet right down as it pads up to the gate, just kind of sitting there watching you and waiting.
Which one of these is it?
This is the very first one here on your right
Okay.
as you've entered this cave.
And what are my options to give him a hand? Like, is there like a slot big enough to just like not lose my own hand?
The like slatted gate, you could definitely slip some of these fingers and the ears in there.
Without getting my fingers bit?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to roll for that, though. It's dexterity check.
You're not the
so
DM.
Where is Bryn there on the...
I can move her, right?
Okay, and where's my lantern?
So again, Shaft, your lantern is over
Past the dogs.
Oh.
here
okay.
at
I
the
did-
very end of these kennels.
Sorry, I didn't see the ping last time, so okay.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so I would like to...
So the lantern's still... We have to pass all of these dogs in order to make it to the lantern.
Yeah.
I will slip some little treats to this dog, and I would like to observe his reaction.
Just finger food?
And if it's like, if it's helpful and if we need to do it to the other dogs or whatever.
Okay. So it kind of, gives them a sniff as it greedily snatches them up. And then it kind of sits and it looks at you, cocks its head a little, says, "Free," as it speaks to you in common.
What?
I got an idea. Bryn, stick your hand in there and see if he's friendly.
Freedom fries.
Have we seen anything like this before?
You can all roll me.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, roll me. Just roll me a nature check.
I'm completely dumbfounded. I have no clue what this thing in front of me is.
Yeah, I'm clueless.
11.
19 falls her.
So, Falzarin, you have certainly read about these creatures. These are known as wargs. They have their own kind of base level intelligence, much more intelligence than like a domesticated canine would be. And you know that they're smart enough where they could even they have their own language, which is you kind of picked up on it. It's kind of how it got the rest to quiet down, as it was actually speaking to them in their own kind of primitive wargish language. And you know that they're smart enough where they can learn a few words of common, and they're traditionally used when they can be tamed as mounts.
So we could potentially ride these things?
Are they typically pretty tame to humans or
Are they
other
friendly?
humanoid creatures? Or can they be pretty aggressive?
They have a taste for them.
19's a good roll. So, okay, with your 19, I'll give you one last tidbit of information. And that when they are well fed, they're going to be more inclined to be a little friendlier.
Let's start hacking, folks.
How
There's
do the
plenty of ogre
cages
left.
on the end open? Like, how does the cage door open? Because could we stand in that hallway and open both cage doors so that it blocks the hallway from the wargs?
Yeah, you could. So yeah, if you just pull off the bars, the bar across it, and it'll just swing on one side. It would swing open. So yes, they would swing kind of out and like further into the cave.
Yeah.
Falzarin's gonna speak up. I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, I've heard of these things before. These are wargs. They're kind of like a more intelligent sort of dog-like creature that can actually be ridden a bit like a horse. They can be a bit aggressive, but as long as they're well fed, they're usually pretty agreeable and kind of will obey."
That's cool, but our horses don't try to eat us. I mean, are you suggesting we ride these things?
Well, we've had to ride, two to a horse. I don't know if there's any benefit in grabbing a couple of these guys.
You wanna let one of them go and see what happens?
Well, we don't know how well fed they are.
Well, you said they're smart. Can we talk to them? Hey,
They
you
can
gonna
speak,
kill us if we open the gate?
They can speak a few kind of words of common, but not a lot.
Okay. Free, kill us? Question mark?
Free.
I go open it.
Oh no.
Shaft. You.
Okay, so you want to
saucy
undo the
boy.
bar?
The one that's saying free. And I'm gonna go.
That's
hey,
the alpha.
Gozer, here's something for you to play with, and I open it up.
The two of you
Roll
just
for initiative.
stop DMing.
As you are kind of opening it, and now that they've stopped howling and they've quieted down, you kind of hear from up behind the left set of these kennels, you kind of hear like kind of a groan.
Grown.
And as you've lifted and now you've opened this gate, and this warg kind of comes padding out. Bryn, are you just kind of gonna like stand your ground, or what are you doing? I mean, are you gonna? You could possibly try to stop Shaft from opening it if you wanted to.
I'm gonna let him open it because I think that's interesting, and weird. I think I'm going to kind of do like the "I'm not afraid of you, just stand there and don't move," as if it was like a bear coming to sniff me. And like, although with a bear you're supposed to make
So
yourself
this is a
big, I
black
guess.
bear,
Yeah.
not a grizzly.
I don't know. I think I'm going to just look at it in the eyes and stand as still as possible. Very calm.
So as the door kind of swings open, and this one actually swings open kind of to the left, kind of towards how you entered this cave, and it was sitting, so it gets to its feet and just kind of takes a couple steps right up to you and kind of gives you a sniff, and as it kind of motions its head to the other full kennels with the other three, free, and it kind of continues to pad, and it just like it's not running, it's not being aggressive, but it kind of just moves up to the first full kennel here on the left.
I'm gonna whisper. So I was going to whisper to Falzarin and go, "Are they smart enough to know to let them all out before they kill us?"
I think they could be. They're more intelligent than your average dog. They probably know how to hunt in packs, I would guess, from what I know about them.
Gozer's gonna say, Shaft, you, and point at Falzarin. Go that way, and I'm gonna point back down the hall, back over here, past all the kennels. Because I noticed the whole thing with the door, that the doors open wide, and if I open the doors, you guys can be safe behind them.
Okay, and I'll go back behind.
All right.
What she said.
So as you get to the end here, you now can kind of see the rest of this cavern. And to your left, you're behind these left side of these kennels. You see a young human man chained to the wall as he's kind of like looking a little groggy as he's kind of coming to. Beside him kind of there's like what looks to be probably like what they were, scraps of meat, like animal legs, what they used to feed the wargs.
Okay, well, once everybody else is behind this area, I'm going to open all 3 of the kennels.
Either we lost Leland or he's in shock.
No, I was waiting for you guys to do something. I mean, nobody's moving. Are you moving? Are you addressing this man who's coming to?
I'm up with where Shaft is, sort of just past the kennels, and I guess I'm in line of sight of this chain.
You're all the way
person as
down
well.
here.
Move Falzern on the mat.
Yeah, Gozer
Where?
told us to move, right? So I moved with Shaft.
There we go.
Bryn, move.
I know to listen to the strongest one in our
How
party.
am I gonna get through this dog?
Just move.
Well, he's kind of, going to the 3 full kennels here, kind of just pawing at the gates, and and now it's very clear that it's like speaking its language to his companions here, his pack or whatever.
Okay.
Before I open these 3 other 3 kennels, I'm going to look at the main leader one and say, Ogre, food for you. And make sure it understands that and it agrees with that before I open the other ones.
It looks at you. It doesn't really confirm or, still not being aggressive, but it doesn't really confirm that it understands what you're saying.
Okay, I'm going to open that one, and then those 2, and pull them so that they shut the hallway
Okay.
as fast as I can.
You're kind of backing us into the end here.
Yes.
With the doors that just swung open. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so there's a door blocking that. I didn't realize it because there's no door on the...
Well, now what Gozer's done is, so the door of these kennels on the end here have now swung, and you see that they're 15 feet wide, right? They swing on one hinge. Now she's swung them so they're kind of overlapping over this 20-foot gap here, as she's created this barrier between the party and this man chained to the wall and the wargs.
Okay.
So the one that Bryn fed, it talks to the other 3 here, as they all kind of look at you, and you guys kind of maybe meet eyes with each of them, and they slowly turn around and walk down and start feeding on the downed ogre that you killed last session.
I'm gonna kind of wipe the sweat off my brow and say, thank goodness. I thought for sure that ogre was gonna be their master and they were gonna be after us for killing him. I think we lucked out here, guys.
I'm gonna look at Shaft and be like, and you thought I was bad for killing people.
You are bad for killing people.
Yeah, well, you want me to let you know? It would have been nice to have a heads up that you're about to let the dog out.
I wasn't going to kill them. They were probably going to kill you, but I was okay.
Next time, give me a heads up. You wanted a heads up from me.
The man on the wall, fully awake now.
He's a young-looking man, you said?
He's a young human, yeah.
Shackled to the wall, you said?
He's chained up to the wall, yeah.
Okay.
Help me.
He's been roughed up. He's clearly just coming to from unconsciousness. Behind you along the far right wall, this is kind of all just kind of lined with saddles and what the same thing you would see in a barn with horses, right? The same type of things where you could saddle up these wargs and use them as mounts.
Ah, there you go. You're right. Well, maybe when they get a heaping helping of ogre there, they might be useful.
Yeah. So I'm gonna address this guy and say, "Hey, buddy, you look like you've had a rough day. What's going on? Why are you shackled up in here?"
Me and my buddy Vixner got captured.
Vixner? Is that part of him laying on the floor over there?
I'm worried that is.
Oh, jeez.
I wasn't awake when it happened.
Oh man, where were you?
We were out hunting for gold in the rivers. We had heard that there was flakes of gold found in some of the nearby rivers. And we were out looking for it, and we got captured when we weren't paying attention. Came to here.
What'd you say your name was again?
I didn't.
Oh, what'd you say? What you gonna say your name is?
My name's Wolfgang Ulrich.
Wolfgang. Nice. And what was your buddy's name?
Vixner.
Vixner. And
Why?
you don't know where
if
he's at?
I was gonna say, if he's your friend, why would he? Was your friend is Victor an ogre?
No.
I think the ogre or somebody beat him on the head and brought him here for meat for the wargs, apparently.
I'm thinking that's what happened.
Oh no.
Well, it's your lucky day. you're not going to be eaten by the wargs. We're going to ride them out of here.
It appears to be the case. I'm glad we're not going to be dog food today.
Is there
Well-
anyone? Where's the guy that's holding you captive?
I think that's the
Guessing
the
it's
ogre
The ogres.
There's no one else.
that we just killed.
There's no one else.
He just woke up. He doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering if there's more than one captor. Is all.
Oh. Well, Bryn, you want to kill him?
No, I don't want to kill him.
Okay, I'm always going to ask.
Are you gonna let him free?
I don't know. Seemed like a pretty harmless guy. You look like you've sort of been beaten up a little bit. Should we let you go?
I could probably show you the river where the gold is. If I can find my way out of here.
Panning for gold is too much work, but here, let me see if is there a key or something here that I can unlock this guy?
You don't see a key lying around, but the lock looks pretty old, like kind of rusted out as well. I think maybe if you kind of jammed a rapier in there, you might be able to just kind of pop it open.
Hey, Bryn.
Yeah, I don't have to do that. I have a burglar's kit. I'm proficient in breaking some locks.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not really very trusting of this guy.
Why not? It doesn't look like they
he's
like
not
him
giving
much.
us any information.
What the hell would he know? He was panning for gold. Now he's gonna be meat.
What do you want to know about him? You got
Well,
any
I just
questions
want to
ask?
know if there's anyone else. Is the ogre the only one that you've been in touch with since you've woken up in here?
I didn't talk to or see or hear anything. We were out hunting for gold. Hunting for the river where we heard the gold was. We were attacked. We woke up, changed the wall.
So this is the only room that you've seen in the cave?
Correct.
And you didn't really get a good look at who attacked you. Is that right?
Nope.
Hmm.
Nope.
I'd let him go. What the hell's he gonna do? He doesn't even have a weapon.
All right,
I
all
say
right,
we
all
let
right.
him go.
Shaft, this is where you say, don't let him go, and then I say, okay, I'll let him go.
No, I think you're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So,
I know, I will.
Go, let him go. Then you'll be doing what I tell you to do.
I know. Okay, I unlock his, I bust his lock.
Okay, are you gonna pick it, or are you just gonna try to jam your sword in there?
You've had to pick a lock or few. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. That's why I'm saying, why? Am I not just allowed to pick the lock?
You can, but so you can roll me a sleight of hand check to try to pick
Oh, sure. 20.
it. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, it's an old lock. You easily and deftly pop it open.
There you go, Wolfgang.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Gozer's gonna check out this pile of meat, seeing if any of it's good enough to eat.
Okay, make me you can just go and make a perception.
Poor Vichner, you're gonna eat him?
4.
Ooh.
Well, you can tell that the meat it's raw. None of it is cooked.
I'm gonna grab a few bits that don't smell too bad and stick them in my pack.
Okay, there's like you could find like a couple skinned rabbits, and you shove them in your pack.
I would like to just say to Leland that I'm gonna have a very close eye on Wolfgang.
Okay.
I just after Chucky, like nothing's gonna escape my perception here.
Yeah, you've shattered our trust with Chucky.
You can see. So I'm assuming Shaft, you've picked up your lantern.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Wolf, as you pick up your lantern, Wolfgang will need the aid of the light as well. And kind of continuing at the back of this cave, you see there's another like kind of this 10-foot hallway leading further into this mountain. Well, because your lantern is really insane, you can see like 120 feet with the thing. You see down this hallway that it ends kind of in this square room, and there seems to be some kind of like mechanical contraption in the center of it.
Well, there's a reason for this place. It's probably not just a place to keep their wargs, and either your buddy's already eaten, or been et, I should say, or he's down this hallway here. Maybe we go check it out.
I'll come along.
Anybody got a
Maybe we can find him.
dagger or something we can give our buddy here?
No.
Not I.
No.
There's a big club back here that the ogre had.
As
You
a
could drag that along with you.
as a magic user, I don't generally carry weapons.
Okay.
So you guys move down this hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, you don't see any other like figures or anything, so you kind of move up to this, and you get to kind of this platform, like housed in this like kind of wooden frame, kind of almost like it looks very much like the framing of like a gazebo or something, right? But with this wooden platform, and then this innate pulley system kind of strung up to the top of it with a like a crank, like a wheel that you would turn, and it looks like you can surmise that like this is some form of like elevator.
Yeah, well, I've seen something like this in Drakal before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes down into the below the floor.
You can
Or up.
see. Well, the platform is like level with
Yeah.
the ground, but you do see above you, this shaft continues upwards.
I'm famous already.
So it could go up, or it could.
It for sure goes up.
Definitely
Yeah,
goes
he's
up,
saying
might
it
go
goes
down.
up. It's level to
Okay.
the ground.
This device now brings back a memory. I think they brought me down on this. I
Oh,
kind of
so you think you came
have
from
flashbacks
above.
of coming in and out of consciousness and coming down on this device.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Might as well see where it goes.
Do you remember any more figures with you, or just one person?
No, I'm unlike you non-humans. I can't see in the dark, so once we were down here, I couldn't see a thing.
Okay.
Gozer's gonna stand on the platform and draw out her axe.
Okay, as you step on it, it kind of, a little kind of dip, like you can tell that like it's not, this platform isn't resting on the ground, as it kind of, gives a little bit to your weight.
Is there a maximum capacity sign on it?
There's not. There's not.
Eh.
But you can surmise that if it was probably able to support one of those ogres at least.
Right.
At least, you say?
Well, I mean, if there's more in this cave,
Yeah.
maybe an ogre and a warg. You don't really know, right?
Not two ogres.
Well, I
though.
mean, between Falzer and Shaft and I, like, the three of us barely weigh 300
I'm
pounds.
trying to tease out if there's multiple ogres that are going.
I
up and
get
down
what
on
you're
this.
doing. I'm trying to get us onto this thing.
Yeah, 6 ogres drop down from the shaft on you.
Guys, where did those big dogs go?
Oh, they're back over there eating.
Yeah.
They were eating the ogre last time I saw them.
Doors are blocking them. You safe.
We'll be okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's go.
You're okay.
I'm
All right.
jumping on the.
Okay, so you all kind of pile in.
Like the wagon. That was a good time.
Oh yeah.
You pile in to this elevator, and who's manning the crank?
Gozer.
It has to be Gozer.
Gozer's pretty strong.
No, Gozer has axe. Gozer ready for battle.
I'll hold your axe.
Gozer
No.
is muscle. Gozer need pull.
I can try to help. I'm a little weakened from my stint on the
Can
chains.
you mage hand us up?
No.
Bummer. Does
I
no
can.
one like that?
I can try. I'm not the strongest of the bunch, but I can try and winch it.
Your,
you
your
want
magical
to-
little hand won't do something
That's
like
what I
that?
was
It won't
thinking.
turn that little thingy?
You got magic.
I mean, it can. I don't think Mage Hand's very strong, but I can try that.
Give it a shot. You gotta be useful for something.
Okay.
Use your damn hands.
Mage Hand it is.
So
right.
Bryn and Shaft are like, magic! And then
So I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try and turn the lever, Leland.
You cast Mage Hand, and it is spectral, kind of shimmering in and out of visibility hand kind of grabs this crank, and you try to move it, and it's the hand's not strong enough.
No. And this crank is... Someone turning the crank would have to not be on the elevator, or is it on the platform?
No, it's like it's part of kind of the assembly that would move up
Okay.
and down of this
So
platform.
it would come with us. where we
Shaft,
move.
talk to Gozer, please.
I'm gonna go over and grab the handle and go. Hey Gozer, can you help?
I'm gonna backhand him out of the way. And I'll turn the damn crank.
But I really feel like you're the only one that can do
And then I'll
it.
look at Bryn and I'll give her a wink.
Thanks, Shaft.
make a strength check. Gozer.
That is a 22.
As if she needs to. Oh.
So what direction are you turning this crank?
Clockwise.
Okay, as you turn it clockwise, it's for how many of you that are standing on this platform, it seems relatively easy as you kind of, it's kind of this intricate system of like different cogs, spinning into each other and taking advantage of multiple pulleys, right? It's taking the load off of the actual crank. So it's actually not that difficult to move it, but spinning it clockwise, the platform starts to rise.
I give Shaft a dirty look.
I smile.
I smile too. This is entertaining.
Faster, Gozer, faster!
Yeah, come on, girl. You just
Put your back into it.
eat some of that meat.
I stop spinning it and step away.
Oh no. I run over and grab it before it starts to spin. See if I can hold on to it.
Okay, make me a strength save.
Well, don't give him ideas.
Ooh, nat 20.
All right, yeah, you are able to grab it and stop any descent. So it's kind of like you're now stationary.
I'd like to use that nat 20 to try and turn it as well.
All right, we'll roll it in. So are you going to continue to turn it clockwise?
I'm going to pick up where Gozer left off.
Okay, so it starts to rise. It's pretty slow. Like, it's obviously moving much slower than if you were like walking, right? But you raise and crank and raise, and it raises about 30 feet, and that gets you. You can no longer see the chamber below you now, but now up above you, you can see that you can kind of see the lip of like this edge, right, of the next level up, about 20 feet up as you continue.
Okay.
Is there like a door, or are there walls all the way around, or is it kind of open all the way around with just posts?
Yeah, exactly. It's open with just like the kind of this framework, like this
Okay.
wooden framework.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can be like inspecting the walls as you go up, like if you were interested in perceiving those, but.
Gozer's just gonna keep watch to see if like the opening we're coming to is in a certain direction, so she can be facing.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any like light coming from above or anything like that?
There's no light from up above, no.
I'm just going to stand facing forward uncomfortably and sort of look over at Wolfgang and go, "So, where are you from?" This is just elevator talk. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Is there all of a sudden this like really uncomfortable smell and everyone looks around to see who did it?
Okay, let's get to the top of this damn thing.
All right, yeah. Are we to the top yet?
Yes, you guys make it to the top.
And is it the actual top, or is it just like the first level that we've come up to?
Right. So now, so Gozer, let's just back up a little bit. So Gozer, you kind of paying attention to these openings, you can kind of tell that as you get within like 20 feet of the lip here, it looks like it's open only on like 3 sides.
Okay.
So you could kind of be, facing, and then to your right and left, it looks like it would open up. And as you, Falzarin finally cranks you right up to the top. Falzarin, when you get to the top and the platform is kind of flush with the ground, you notice on the crank there's actually like kind of like this little like swinging piece of like wood, like almost like a brake that you can kind of secure into one of these cogs to stop it from continuing to descend. And above you, the ceiling is only about 20 feet up, but this does look like the top of this elevator shaft. It would not raise any higher.
Okay. So we're not currently above the level, the next story, but we're starting to see where it starts.
Oh.
No,
We're in there.
you've made it to this next story now.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've cranked 50 feet up. From where the platform rests to where it rests now, that's like 50 feet.
Okay. I'll secure the lock so that we don't go flying back down.
Gozer's already jumped out, it looks like.
Yep.
And again, no light source, so Gozer, you can kind of see
Yeah, what does she
into this.
see?
Down this hallway, you guys kind of hear like it kind of sounds like snoring. Like
Oh no.
kind of this guttural like snoring.
It's
Does,
Vichner. We found him.
Do any of us recognize this snoring?
No. I mean, like it's just snoring, right? It's just kind of heavy breath in and kind of
That feller needs
Like-
a CPAP.
very slow. So what are you guys doing?
I think your buddy Vixner must be probably up the way here. Let's go get him.
That snoring sounds like something big. I don't know if that's Vichner.
Yeah.
Gozer walks down the hall.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are you being stealthy?
Nope.
That sounds about right. Bryn sneaks behind Gozer stealthily because she's aware of how Gozer operates.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Bryn stomps down the hallway behind Gozer.
11. Because I have +7 at least.
Right.
Okay, so as Gozer and Bryn, and what are the rest of you doing? Remaining on the
I'm
elevator,
gonna,
or are you?
I'm gonna say to Wolfgang, you might want to kind of hang back a little ways.
Yeah, I'll hide behind the wizard.
Yeah, you look like you're already. You look like you're already kind of rough, and I've got a bad feeling about this.
So he moves like there. Yeah, you're usually the one hiding behind people.
Yeah, but Wolfgang here's had better days.
Mm-hmm. So, do we see anything?
So Gozer and Bryn, at the end of this like 20-foot by like 10-foot hallway, you see that it opens up into this larger cavern, and it's filled with 6 like large beds, basically more like just like kind of bedrolls on the stone floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 3 snoring, sleeping ogres occupying some of the beds. And they, despite your 11 for stealth and Gozer's lack of stealth, the ogre's own snoring seems to have done a good enough job to mask your guys' entrance into their den here.
Alright, so Bryn's gonna look over at Gozer, like tap her on the shoulder and be like, let's just get out of here. Come on, Gozer, we can go up to the next level. This isn't all there is.
Okay.
Alright. I would like to go back to the elevator and say, it's just sleeping ogres. Let's keep going.
Ogres? How many ogres?
Too many to fight. Let's just go.
Gozer's gonna accidentally drop something really loud.
That's not accidental. You don't understand what
Accidentally.
accidental means.
What are you gonna drop?
Her axe, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking down the hall, I'm gonna drag my axe along the wall. The
Wait a
cave
second,
wall.
Wolfgang. Are you saying she's going to accidentally do it?
Yes.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna look over at Gozer and be like, you just agreed to sneak out of here. And she just laughs at Bryn. Oh, man. Bryn is just pissed.
I'm going to unlock the elevator and start pushing it.
So you're gonna get
We're gonna leave
down?
her.
We're going
better-
up, right?
you better
can still
jump
go
up.
up, right?
No. This is the top floor. You can't go up. The shaft
Oh.
ends at
This is the top floor?
There's-
That's what I
there's
didn't
no more
get.
up.
He said that.
I did say that, yeah.
Okay, so I look at Shaft and I'm like, there was maybe a floor below where we were. Let's just go down. Let's leave her.
Yes,
She's being
I'm going
being
down.
crazy.
Gozer, we're going down.
Gozer, you either jump on now.
First
We're
floor
leaving
used
you.
to be wargs. And I was just start turning that son of a bitch like as fast as I can.
start turning it, and it's basically like she's got to get on or we're leaving her.
I run over to it, jump on.
All right, and behind you, you kind of hear like, what? As one of the ogres kind of wakes up and groggily rolls out off of his bedroll as he stands up and kind of.
All right, come on, turn.
Shaft, can you make me a strength save or check, please?
Let's see here. That'd be a 14.
Okay, yeah, you maintain control of the crank as you lower down, and you can kind of see this one ogre kind of charging up to the edge as you just kind of sink down below, and he's just like looking very confused as he looks at the 5 of you, and you make it down to the floor below you, the one with where you entered.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And do you stop there?
I
Do
think
you
we
go
keep.
down?
I think we keep
Keep going
going.
down.
Keep going. Keep going, Shaft.
And hopefully I'm just on my tippy toes and it sort of lifts me up every time.
Yeah, 'cause you're halfling.
I'm having fun with this. I'm only 2'7", so.
Right.
So as you kind of continue to crank down, and it goes down like another 30, 40 feet as the platform bottom dips below like the opening on the like what would be the ceiling of the floor below you, right? As you kind of come and more it comes into view as you lower it further and further. And now that you have made it to this new floor, you kind of see again it opens up into kind of this another long like much more curved hallway.
So is this the bottom?
Do you keep the platform going down?
I'm going to see if I can continue to go down just to see a little bit.
Yeah, you can continue to go down.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll stop and I'll crank it back up to her level.
Okay, and you
And
lock it.
her down. Yeah.
Lock her down.
I'll go, hey, Gozer, stay right here. It's very important.
Well, from this floor, you actually hear some noises now. You do kind of see the flicker of like fire kind of around this corner.
Mhm.
And you hear, and actually you can definitely like smell. I didn't say before, like you can smell the wargs, right? I mean, they kind of like smell like wet dog. You can smell more of them, and you kind of hear the bellowing of this ogre, another ogre. But you also hear kind of the yelling of like a small, like it sounds like a smaller voice, right? Not quite as like deep and hoarse as this ogre bellowing at these wargs.
In common?
Yeah, you kind of see the smaller voice is like, like, "Wow, let me out of here. What are you doing? You can't, you're not going to feed me to those things, are you?"
Does Wolfgang recognize this voice?
Is that your buddy?
Wolfgang does recognize that.
It could be.
Hey, Bryn, can you go up there and take a gander around without,
Yeah, you
Causing
can.
any
You
alarm?
control your Gozer here, and I'll go look.
Gozer sits down, gets comfortable.
Bryn's gonna try and make a sneaky.
Whatever it is, I succeed. 20.
Oh yeah, not 20.
So you, okay.
I was gonna sneak to like, if I can make it to the corner there where it opens up, or like to see.
Yeah,
further
you can
under-
definitely make it up there. Kind of obscured by this corner. Looking into this room, it's another like really long cavern, similar to the one you entered in, and you can see there's another 6 kennels. Can't quite make out how many wargs. I mean, despite you being able to show it on the map here. And you see the other ogre. It's kind of bellowing at one of the cages. He's kind of like shaking the gate in what looks like frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of directly to your right, you see another human male chained to a wall. Again, very similar to how you found Wolfgang, next to this pile of like warg food.
Mm-hmm.
Chow.
And exactly, warg chow. And he's just kind of yelling at the ogre, and the ogre's just basically ignoring him.
So the ogre is shaking frustratedly on the pen and ignoring the
At the
human.
wargs, yeah, because the wargs they're kind of they're making noise, they're letting out their barks, their growls, kind of thing.
Okay.
All right, so Bryn's gonna go back and talk to everybody quietly and be like, "There's another guy. I think it's probably your friend Wolfgang. He's chained up over by their pile of raw meat."
Is he
And
is he close to the ogre? Where is he?
I'm
In the room.
talking to Wolfgang. What does your friend look like?
He looks like me. He's another human.
All right, well, he was definitely human.
Oh, you humans look alike.
He was definitely human. What do you guys think about killing this ogre and feeding it to the dogs? Grab the guy, get out of here.
Why don't you just go sneak up and unlock it and let him out? And then we'll elevator shaft it the hell out of here.
How did you guys get in here in the first place?
It's a long
You come
story.
in-
We were panning for gold.
I
You wouldn't believe it.
look over at Shaft and I'm like, if you want me to try to sneak this guy out, you better get Gozer to crank that elevator, because I think you're not going to be fast enough.
Gozer's currently sitting on the platform sulking and eating some of the rabbit she grabbed earlier.
Hey, go while Gozer's not
The
thinking
raw
about it.
rabbits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting, Gozer.
She would. I don't feel confident in breaking this guy out myself.
Now, if something
If Gozer's
happens,
not going to help us get out of here.
No, if something happens, we're going to be right there for you. I think you can sneak up there, get that crappy lock that you've already picked one like it, and then just bring the guy back, and we'll get the hell out of here without the ogre even seeing us. I have faith in you.
I'll come up to the corner and keep watch.
Oh, your faith means so much, Shaft. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Falzarin, you can go up there so they can see you.
All right, Bryn reluctantly kind of walks over to the corner again, and
So you can make me another stealth check.
I'm gonna go up just to the cusp of the corner so that I can
Really?
see the ogre and see if he looks around to see what Bryn's doing.
So, sorry, how far are you moving?
So I'm gonna move up. The ogre's basically straight in front of the cages, right? And
well,
then-
you
don't know
where
that.
Okay.
You know the relative position when that Bryn described when she was there, right? But like the ogre's in there
Leland.
doing stuff, right? So
I'm gonna move just far enough so that I can see the
wait,
ogre.
you just moved the ogre. That's not fair.
as I said, the ogre is like he's not just standing still as you guys are having this conversation.
but I will
right?
tell
he's in
you
there
that-
doing stuff and he's doing. So you've rolled me a stealth check to get to the corner here, right?
I got 26.
Okay, so you've successfully made it to the corner, and again, there's no signs of anything noticing you. As you can now see, there's these ogre is kind of walking over, grabbing one of these pieces of meat, taking it back and feeding these wargs.
Can I somehow? Can the human see me?
No, nobody has noticed you.
Can I somehow get the human's attention to get him to shut up, so that he doesn't all of a sudden stop yelling when it's obvious that I'm picking the lock and trying to save him? So like he can just
Okay.
be quiet and like it'll seem a little bit less obvious, hopefully.
You kind of look around at your feet, and
Like
you
a
know
rock
there's
or
like some
something.
loose exactly. So you want to try to like get
I
his
would like to
attention
toss
with it?
some pebbles at him if I can, and then if he's able to see me, be like giving him the signal of like stop yelling.
Okay, make why don't you just make like a dex check, just like roll the d20 and add your dexterity just to throw it.
Well, it was a critical fail, so my rock hits the ogre.
Your rock, in fact,
Dang it.
sails past the human and kind of slips out of your hand as you bring your arm back and lurch it forward, and it just kind of hits the side of this first kennel here, and it kind of makes this bang. Huh? What?
When Bryn started back down the hallway, Gozer did walk out a little bit.
I was also following her because I was gonna stay
Okay.
watch. So I'm gonna turn around and say, "Guys, we got trouble. I think he's figured out we're here."
So where are you at on the map there, Falzarin?
So I'm behind Bryn, but further up from the elevator from you compared to you guys.
Okay, so Wolfgang and Shaft are still back in the elevator, I assume. I'm gonna say to Wolfgang, so how well do you like this guy? And unlock the elevator.
Well, I'd like it if we saved him. I mean, he's my buddy.
Yeah, but are you willing to die for him? Do you like him that much? Your pause has said enough for me. I'm gonna hold on to the thing, and I'm gonna just wait, ready to crank if I need to.
Okay, so this ogre and the human, the human kind of, with the available torchlight, the chained up humans like sees this rock just kind of fly out of this hallway, this tunnel to his left, and he now does stop shouting and is really kind of confused for a second. Bryn, you still, I don't know, are you retreating, Bryn, from that corner, or are you kind of staying there waiting to see what happens?
Standing there waiting to see what happens.
Okay, so as you kind of have eyes on him, he still can't quite see you from where he is.
Yep.
But you kind of see like he's starting to understand as he starts like kicking at the pile of meat next to him, clearly trying to like draw the ogre's attention back to him. Say, hey, ugly, hey, get over here! What are you doing? What are you feeding these poor dogs this crap for, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What? Why I said quiet? As the ogre starts to walk towards him now, and he's successfully diverted the ogre's attention from the noise you made. But now you see the ogre kind of walking up to him as he, still holding his own club, kind of smacks the human around a little bit as the human, stops shouting as he's done what he needed to do.
Bryn's gonna draw her bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of whisper back to everyone. This poor guy here, he's gonna get chopped up and fed to these dogs. We gotta save him.
And that's our show. Our intro and outro music was created by Josh Jarvis. For your own musical inquiries, contact jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. All other music and ambient noise is courtesy of tabletopaudio.com. The Incorrigible Party is sponsored by Critical Hit Design. Visit criticalhitdesign.com for all of your graphic design needs. You can find more info on the characters and world at incorrigibleparty.com. Enjoying the show? Have any questions or rules corrections? Email us. contact@incorrigibleparty.com or reach out on social media. The Incorrigible Party on Facebook and Instagram, @IncorrigiblePar on Twitter, using the hashtag AfterPartyIP for a shout-out during our behind-the-screen after-party episodes that drop every 4th release. Happy adventuring!